for all you Nintendo heads out there, if you haven't noticed and you're living under a rock, I don't know how, the NES Mini dropped. And wow, did Nintendo fuck up again when it comes to issuing out, well, enough lots of their items. So, just like they did with their little amiibos and everything else, they never make enough supply. This thing sold like hotcakes, you can't find it anywhere. Oh wait, but yes you can. Amazon, eBay, blah 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 blah, going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's ridiculous. But it's a hot item. I think it's a good idea for those that, you know, have that little nostalgia craze and want to jump in it, or kids who never got to play the old games and are like, you know what, I want to check something out from the olden days. Now if you're a hardcore, I guess I can say that, hardcore retro gamer, you know, we got things like the Retro Freak and the actual real consoles in our collections. But this is good for like a starting out person who just wants to relive some of those old games they used to play back in the day, get their families into it, or somebody just jumping into it for the very first time. What do you guys think about what's going on with this and the goddamn scalping that I can't stand?
Hello? Alright.
Yeah.
I thought you had more to go with that, but, you know, that's classic Nintendo for you, not enough of their product to go around, because I think what a lot of it is Nintendo feels like nobody loves us anymore. We're the bastard stepchild that gets to live in the fucking attic. So they're like, well, we only make this much, and if we sell this much, maybe we'll make more. And I think that's a big issue with what you got going on here with the lack of consoles and stuff. And I was seeing shit where like the physical stores, the big name brand stores, were sold out of them, been sold out of them, you know, and. But you know, Amazon, eBay, stuff like that, you can find them. But like you were saying, then you get these fucking headhunters who are like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna charge you, you know, $100 to almost $200 fucking more for a console that's basically the same thing that you got in the '80s, just miniaturized. And I don't know, it kind of bugs me in a sense of the fact of it's like, dude. I would love to get this for my son just so he could play some of those games and I can show him Contra and show him what pain is, but at the same time, I don't want to pay out the nose just to show him pain. I mean, I could take him in the backyard and just ping him with baseballs all day. That is not promoting child abuse. I want to go ahead and clarify
CBS is already ready and waiting.
Right?
Oh my god.
This guy hits kids with baseballs. Well, if he would use the glove to catch him, he wouldn't get hit.
It's good the good old days in America, okay, when child abuse was right. No, I kid.
It's called discipline, sir. If I whack him 39 times in the grocery aisle and then beat him with the damn cereal box that he was crying over, that's discipline. It's abuse when I eat it in front of him and say, yes, your tears.
So, Carmageddon, what are your thoughts?
Oh my god! Well, I guess I can kind of understand, you know, Nintendo's thought process and having obviously less than what would be expected. And the reason that I say that, a lot of people have shifted to like the two like main consoles, if you will. So Xbox One and PS4. Also, you have PC. But as far as console gaming, like Nintendo's just kind of phased out over the years. But the problem is with the NES, it was a lot more popular, especially with, you know, us younger, I don't know what generation that you would say of adults.
I think we're called millennials. I think we're lumped into that. Yeah.
You guys are not qualified in that. You guys are Generation Y. I start millennial fucking garbage. Hate those fucking rat bastard hits.
We're considered it. Even late 80s is considered millennial somehow.
Are you serious?
No, I think they call us Gen Ys.
Oh,
Millennials would be 1999 forward.
Okay, cause I was reading.
Fall in that group then.
I think, yeah.
That like 25 to fucking like 14 or whatever is the millennial, and that pisses me off because I'm like, don't you put me into those fuckers. Trump knows I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna be like, I'm going to class tomorrow.
Well, there goes half of your shit, but yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say, I think like 2021 somewhere in there would be the cutoff, but still, that's considerably further back than like 2000.
Yeah.
The millennium kicked over. But anyhow, the problem is though, because all of our generation, you know, we played that. I don't think they took that into consideration, that as many of us would want to purchase them again. And then also have to account for, you know, the younger kids and stuff like that that would be buying it now to play the same games that we played a long time ago. So, but I do I kind of understand maybe they were like, oh, well, probably not going to sell a whole lot of them anyway because everybody has either an Xbox, a PS4, or a gaming PC, so it's not really going to be beneficial to us. I don't think they expected it to be as popular as it is.
Yeah, very true.
But, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, they probably went off the numbers that they sold when we were kids without realizing that that number has doubled or tripled since then. So
well, yeah, and it's like, and I can see why it's so popular, because for one, that entire generation is huge, and then you have the other generations like my brother coming up that played those classic consoles with us growing up also. It's like we handed it down, they got to play it along with us. And on top of that, you have even new gamers that, you know, they're not hardcore retro gamers that have like all the games, this and that. But, you know, they want to play something that, you know, they don't have to wait for a fucking download for an hour. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You just plug it in. It has 60 of some of the top games that ever came out for the system. And it's only $60. So it's $1 a game of some of the best games that was out for it. So, yeah, it's going to be a hot item. Because anybody that owned one back then, like you were saying, Carmageddon, is going to want to pick this up. People who remember their family playing it when they were too young want to probably pick it up. And any real hardcore gamer nowadays, it's not a retro hardcore gamer, but just like, okay, I want to sit back, play some of these old school games that are just like, you know, you jump in, you start playing it, 2 buttons, but yet there's an actual difficulty to it, and I want to see what that's about. And Nintendo always lacks foresight when it comes to how many units they're going to ship. They did it with the Wii, they did it with the Amiibos, and Scalper'S, I swear to God, they like pray at the altar of fucking Nintendo, because anything Nintendo, they know that they can scalp and fucking raise prices and gouge like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's getting to be a nuisance.
I mean, I think we're all pretty much agreeing on the same thing, though, where Nintendo's kind of just selling themselves a little short. You know, they have that mindset to them still that, you know, we'd rather play it close to the chest, safe, and, you know, make this many and sell this many than to, you know, blow our load and be like, oh, fuck, we're sucking here because now we're sitting with, you know, 3 million of these fucking things sitting on the shelf that nobody's buying, as opposed to, oh, we made 3 million and now they want another, you know, 2 million for just America alone. Well, holy shit, look at us. So, and it also, I love the idea of them releasing this many and wondering if that is going to, you know, the profit from that is going to fuel anything with the Switch as well, which is what I was thinking of originally when I saw that they were coming out with this, and then the Switch was coming not too far down the road, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is solely going to, this profit's going to be taken and turned to make the Switch even more amazing.
Oh, another thing about this, which is interesting to say, is that they had the USB in the back of this. Now I think it's for hookups to the power cord, but people have already learned how to hack the NES Mini, and you can basically put whatever you want on there. So it's kind of like a Retro Freak, but it can only handle like NES and like Sega Master System games. But like people have already learned how to hack this and put whatever the hell they want onto it. So that's awesome for the people, you know, in the know that, you know, it only comes to 60 games, but fuck this, I want everything on there. And there seems to be additional room to be able to do that. So I think with that USB port, they were planning down the road to sell additional games for probably like $1 or $2. But now it's been hacked, man. It's like open war. Like you can just get whatever you want on there. So if you guys have been thinking about buying one of these, they'll come out with more stock. Do not buy one from the Scalper'S out there. Nintendo's, they're always good at fucking us over by not giving us enough, but they're always good at, you know, within a couple months, putting a lot more back out on the shelves. So just wait for that. And also, if you want more games, just realize, go look online. You can find out how to hack this bad boy.